everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another husband lunch video. I'm going to be sharing a few lunches that I've packed for Dave over the past month or so. He's a carpenter and works outdoors during all of the seasons, and he takes a lunch from home every day. He takes a lot of leftovers, and we just do simple lunches. So I hope this video gives you some ideas for your lunches, or if you pack a lunch for your husband. And hopefully it gives you some inspiration to pack a lunch from home, and you know, it's a good way to save a lot of money. But these are a few of the lunches that Dave has been taking over this past little while. Good evening and welcome back. I'm just getting Dave's lunch together for lunch tomorrow. I had made some tuna melts for supper. We just had a simple supper tonight. So we had some tuna melts. Some of them were on English muffins and some of them were on hamburger buns. So I just mixed up some tuna with some mayonnaise, salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, onion powder, and onion powder. I don't know if I said that already. And I think that was everything. And then I just mixed it all up. I put some grated carrot in there just to add some extra veggies. And they were actually really, really good with all the seasonings. I would definitely make them again like that. Everybody really liked them. He's going to have those for his lunch. And then I'm going to send him with some hot sauce. We really enjoy the Maritime Madness hot sauces. This one is the Newfoundland Screech. In here he just has some peppers and some cucumbers. These are actually left over from his lunch the other day. He brought them home, so I just stuck them in the fridge, and I'm going to send them again. Some fresh local strawberries. One of these Activia yogurts. I bought these on my groceries on the weekend, and this one is lemon lime. The kids, I haven't tried any of them yet, but the kids have been loving these. They came with some different flavors. There was a pomegranate one, the lemon lime, a raspberry lychee one. I think I'm saying that right. And just a few different flavors. Anyway, the kids have enjoyed them, so I think I'll buy those again. In this bag, I'm just sending them with 2 pepperonis and a cheese string. And one of these Cliff Bars. A fork and a spoon. And his coffee and his water. And that will be everything that he'll take for his lunch for tomorrow. For Dave's lunch for tomorrow, I just made him up some pasta salad. So there's pasta in here, and I had some leftover peppers in the fridge and some pepperoni. So there's orange peppers, yellow peppers, cucumbers, cheese, and the pepperoni. And then for a dressing, I just use this Kraft Greek with feta and oregano, a salad dressing. I usually really like to use the raspberry salad dressing, but I find it really hard to find. So that's going to be his main lunch. He has a good portion of that. I'm sending him with 2 raspberry yogurts. No, a raspberry and a strawberry. 4 of these are just store-bought chocolate chip cookies. There was just a little bit of that trail mix left with the peanuts and pretzels and chocolate chips. I don't think, oh yeah, there's one little piece of caramel corn in there. And then I'm just sending him with some whole wheat Breton crackers and some cheese. And we're getting low on fruit. Dave's not a huge fruit lover. He always says that he'd rather have vegetables. He does have some veggies in his salad. Anyway, he says that's good. That will be enough in his lunch, and then he'll take his coffee and his water, a fork and a spoon, and that's going to be everything for his lunch for tomorrow. Welcome back. I'm just making Dave's lunch for tomorrow. Look at that pretty sunset. It was even more orange a few minutes ago. Whew. The mosquitoes are bad out there. I was just out on the deck a few minutes ago to watch the sunset there for a second, and the mosquitoes are bad. Anyway, for Dave's lunch tomorrow, I cooked a chicken in my Instant Pot for supper, and there was some left over, so I thought I would mix it up for some sandwiches for Dave. So I just mixed up the chicken. It already had seasonings on it, but I added salt and pepper and just mixed it up with some mayonnaise. And that's all that's on it. Pretty simple. So he has 2 of those sandwiches on whole wheat bread. And then I'm sending him with one of these chocolate peanut butter wrapped protein bars. Lots of protein in his lunch between the chicken and the protein bar. And then he has a Greek yogurt. He has a Siggy's strawberry yogurt. And then I'm also sending him with just some cucumbers and a cheese string. I'll send him a fork in case he wants a fork for his cucumbers, and a spoon for his yogurt. And I asked him if that would be enough lunch, and he said it is, so that is going to be everything in his lunch tomorrow. Welcome back. It feels like it's been a little while since I have filmed one of Dave's lunches. For lunch tomorrow, he is taking some leftovers. So this is a pretty big container of leftovers. I just gave him everything that was left, so he probably will eat it all. But there's quite a bit in there. It's pretty heavy, but this was just sausages and rice, diced tomatoes, frozen bell peppers, and a bunch of seasonings. I just cooked it all together in one pot. It was really good. Everybody enjoyed it, and I always love a meal that you can cook like all in one dish. So I'm not sending him with a ton of snacks because I feel like that's going to be pretty filling, but I am going to send him with 2 yogurts, a pineapple coconut banana. That actually sounds really good. I'm not a big yogurt person. And this one is a lemon lime. I'm sending him with some cucumbers and some cheese. Mozzarella cheese was the only cheese that we had left. I'm going to put in a chocolate and peanut butter protein bar. And then also one of these mixed berry Nature Valley bars. That's it for food. And then I'm also going to send him some of these little packages of electrolyte powder to add to his water. It's been so hot here, and he sweats a lot, you know, working outdoors. And so I just thought that he could add some of those to his water throughout the day if he feels that he needs it. I'm going to send him with a fork and a spoon and a napkin, and he'll take his coffee, and he always has lots of water in his truck. So that is going to be Dave's lunch for tomorrow. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I'm just getting Dave's lunch together. For his lunch tomorrow, he's taking some frozen pizza. I love when we have leftover pizza and I can put it in the freezer. It's perfect for lunches on those days where I don't know what I'm going to send, or on a day like today where it's Sunday evening. I don't typically cook as much on the weekend as I do through the week. We usually have like an easy supper on the weekend, or sometimes we'll order out. Anyway, we had some leftover pizza in the freezer, so that's going to be perfect for Dave's lunch. I think they're both, no, this one is cheese and pepperoni and this one is combination. I'm sending him with 2 yogurts, some cucumbers, and some blueberries. Ginger, what are you doing? Just trying to get something. And I made banana loaf this evening. This is super fresh. I just made this a couple of hours ago. So a slice of banana loaf with some butter on it. I haven't done much baking at all this summer. That's the first thing I've made in a long time, partly because it's warm and partly just because we're really busy and we don't spend a whole lot of time at home. In the summer, we're usually on the go a lot. A fork and a spoon and a napkin, and then I'm going to send them a good sized handful of nibs. I'm pretty sure these got a lot smaller, the actual nibs themselves. They seem a lot skinnier. What are you trying to get? I don't know if she's trying to get the cloth bag or if she's trying to get that little stuffed animal. But neither one of those are yours. Oh, you're trying to get the stuffed animal. That's not yours though. This one is. They're not beeping at you. Anyway, I'm going to get this packed up in the fridge, and that is going to be everything for Dave's lunch for tomorrow. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another lunch. I'm just looking at this can of paint that's sitting on my stove. This was an accent wall that I painted in my living room, and I finally took the can of paint out of the living room just to move it and set it onto the stove, and that's as far as it made. As far as it made it, I need to take it to the basement, although I'm not sure if I'll end up using the rest of what's in there or not, unless I need it for touch-ups. Anyway, for Dave's lunch tomorrow, we had hot dogs for supper, and Dave said that he would take the rest of the hot dogs in his lunch, and so he did them up. So I was just going to say, I'm not sure how appetizing these are going to look in the container, but anyway, there were 3 hot dogs left, and so I told Dave, I said, you doctor those up the way you like them. So hopefully he can get those out of the container and eat them you know, without too much mess. Anyway, that's going to be his main lunch, and I'll put a napkin in there. Maybe I'll throw an extra napkin in there. Some grapes in that container. I'm sending him some cucumbers, some tomatoes, and a little bit of cheese. 2 yogurts, a raspberry, or I guess that's strawberry. No, it's a raspberry. and an apricot Activia yogurt. And this container's a bit overkill for the banana loaf, but I gave him a good thick slice of banana loaf, and we love ours with butter on it, so I put butter in his. Anyway, that is everything that I'm putting in his lunch for tomorrow. He has lots of water. We're in a heat wave here, so the water is important, and his coffee's all set for the morning. And that's going to be lunch for tomorrow. Welcome back. Time to pack up another lunch. It's 10:54 p.m. and after I pack this, I'm gonna go hop in bed and watch some TV for a little bit. Anyway, Dave's lunch tomorrow is gonna be some leftovers. So this is some leftover honey garlic chicken from supper from last night. I just cooked up some more rice this evening. I cooked it up with the Kinder's. I showed this in the video where I made this honey garlic chicken, but I cooked it up with the Kinder's buttery garlic and herb sauce. I just sprinkled some of that over the rice in my rice cooker, but it was never good. It gave the rice such a nice flavor. So he has that. It's honey garlic chicken. I think I said that. And then some brown rice. And then I just did him up a snack container, some salt, sea salt and black pepper, rice crackers, a couple of tomatoes, and some cucumbers, and just a few pieces of cheese in there. 2 yogurts. I always find those are just kind of good fill-in snack. And then I'm just going to send him with one of these Special K crisps. These are pretty good. They're like a, I guess a healthier version of a Pop-Tart. They just came in the mail today. I got them on Amazon. They had a good buy on a big box of 12. And I tried one earlier today and they're pretty good. That's what they taste like to me anyway. They have like a strawberry filling in them. Anyway, that's going to be everything for Dave's lunch. That should be enough to fill him up. I will put some hot sauce in the fridge that he'll have his chicken and rice with. A spoon and a fork. I'm going to stick that in his lunch bag. And okay, I was just, actually maybe I will refill his little electrolyte sticks. His coffee's all set for the morning. I'm going to add a few of these to his Ziploc bag. I may just put the rest of them in there, leave them in that bag. He's the only one who really drinks them. It's been hot here this week it's been hot. The last few days we've been in a heat wave, but I think that is supposed to end tomorrow. I think we're back to normal temperatures, but the evenings have been cool, which has been nice. Anyway, I'm going to stick some of those in his lunch so that he can just add them to his water. And that is going to be lunch for tomorrow. Well, welcome back to packing Dave's lunch when I should be in bed. Everybody's in bed asleep, and that's what I should be doing too. I'm going to head there as soon as I'm done filming this. I still have to make Dave's coffee, and look at this mess. Do I do my future self a favor and wash the dishes? I probably will wash them really quick and kind of tidy up this mess a little bit. Some nights I just don't get to it. Anyway, I did make Dave's lunch, so that's the most important thing. Tomorrow he is taking some pasta salad, so it just has some pasta in here, cucumbers, a few tomatoes, some red onion, some cheese, some feta cheese, and I think that was it. And then a sun-dried tomato salad dressing, so that will kind of marinate in the fridge overnight. I'm sending him with 2 yogurts. I made some chocolate chip cookies with some M&Ms in them as well, so I was able to grab 3 there for Dave's lunch. They were going fast with the kids. We also had some deviled eggs for supper tonight, so I just put 4 deviled eggs in that container, and hopefully they don't get tossed in his lunch can. And I know he already has the cookies down with his coffee, but I'm also going to send him with one of these Special K crisp bars. These are really good. Anyway, that is everything that I'm going to be putting in Dave's lunch. I'm going to get his coffee. He emptied his lunch. I'm going to put his silverware and the things that don't need to be refrigerated in his lunch bag, and then I'll stick his lunch in the fridge. And that will be lunch for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Alright, just came back to say coffee's made, and I made my future self happy. I did the dishes. There was 1 spoon left there after I did them all, so that'll have to wait till the morning. And well, this is dirty laundry, but we got most of the counter clear, or some of it anyway. It looks better than it did, and it'll be a lot nicer to wake up to an empty sink than a sink full of dirty dishes. So I'm gonna head to bed and watch some TV. Good night. Well, that is all of the lunches that I have to share with you in this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Hopefully it gave you a few ideas, some lunch packing inspiration. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.